Hello everyone! Princess Alethea Kontis here, without a tiara. Hold on, I'll be right back. There we are! Much better. Okay, let's try that again. Hi everybody! Princess Alethea Kontis here, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite fairy tales, but it's not from the Brothers Grimm. It's from Hans Christian Andersen. Now, I love Hans Christian Andersen, but the poor man must have been depressed or something, because like 80% of his stories do not end happily. But that doesn't make them any less beautiful, and this is one of those stories. This one, for the holiday season, is called The Fir Tree. The fir tree began as a small tree in the woods, who was born and envied all of the other tall trees around him. All he did, instead of being happy and enjoying the birds in the air and the sunshine, said, "How come those trees are so tall? I want to be tall like those trees." He was miserable the whole time. One day, as it started to snow and get colder, he saw other trees not as tall as the really tall trees start to get cut down and carried away. And he said, "Wait, where are they going?" And the birds said, "We know, we know. They're going to take them into the house and decorate them with all kinds of pretty ornaments and things, and they do it every year. We don't know why." The fir tree said, "Aw, I want to be decorated with pretty things. I don't want to be out here," because he was miserable. So the air and the sunshine said, "Why, don't, just stay and appreciate your life and be happy. Just hope that they don't see you. Seriously, just enjoy your life." But the fir tree would not be satisfied. Imagine his elation when he was finally cut down one day and brought inside the house and decorated. He had a gold star on top that was fixed to the ceiling to make sure that he stayed upright, and stayed like that until the next morning when all of the children came down and they just swarmed the tree. I mean, there were lights all over the tree and the candles burned down, and the children put out the candles, but then they just ravaged the tree. There were Christmas presents in the tree, and that's where they kept them, and the children, rifled through the tree, pulled everything off the tree, and now the tree was bare. No candles, no presents, no decorations, nothing except for the gold star on its head. In fact, if it hadn't been for that gold star on his head, the tree would have fallen down. Here's the fir tree. Sad, sad little fir tree. So the nanny came in, and she's rifling through the branches of the trees to find, maybe something the kids missed. She doesn't find anything, so the kids say, "Tell us the story, tell us the story." She takes a vote, and the kids vote to hear the story of Humpty Dumpty. Nanny sits down in front of the fir tree and tells the story of Humpty Dumpty and how Humpty Dumpty fell down the stairs and won a princess. I have never really gone looking for this story of Humpty Dumpty, but if any of you find the story of Humpty Dumpty and how he fell downstairs and won a princess, would you please put it in the comments, because I would love to read it. Anyway, I digress. The fir tree hears the story, and it's a wonderful story, and he enjoys it so much, and he hopes that tomorrow she'll come tell the story again, and perhaps one of the other ones that didn't get voted on, so that he could hear more stories. But the tree doesn't get to hear any more stories. He's taken down and put in the storeroom. And that's it. It's dark. And there's nothing. But he hopes that in this really crazy world where, Humpty Dumptys can fall down the stairs and win a princess, that maybe something great could happen to him. Many, many, many months later, they take him out of the storeroom and bring him outside, and it's spring, and the flowers are blooming, and it's gorgeous, and he thinks, "Oh, they're gonna replant me, and my life gets to start over again." But they do not. There are a couple of passages that I have to read because they're so beautiful, that are kind of the moral to this story. "Past, all past," said the poor tree, "had I but been happy, as I might have been. Past, all past." And the servant came and cut the tree into small pieces, heaped them up, and set fire to them. And the tree groaned deeply, and every groan sounded like a little explosion. The children all ran up to the place and jumped about in front of the blaze. But at each of those heavy groans the fir tree thought of a bright summer's day, of Christmas Eve, or of Humpty Dumpty, the only story that he knew and could tell. And at last the tree was burned. The boys played about in the court. On the chest of the youngest sparkled the gold star that the tree had worn on the happiest evening of his life. But that was past, and the tree was past, and this story also past, past, for all stories must come to an end sometime or other. Poor Fir Tree. Don't feel bad for this tree. It's fake. We pull it out every year. It's with us. It's a perennial. It's a good tree. We like this tree. So the message to you all is not really supposed to be one of depression and sadness. It's supposed to be one that says, enjoy life while you have it. Yes, bad things happen, but bad things always happen, and someone else will always have something better than you, but enjoy your life. You have air and sunshine and birds, and it's here. Love it while it's here, and love the people around you. Like I love you guys. Mwah! Happy holidays.